I just this was on my mind yesterday. I'm just like, bro, I shared it and I don't even know if anybody saw it. But when I shared it, man, I had a tingle down my spine. It was ugh, it felt nasty. I just felt nasty watching this shit. It's called Risking It for Love in a Kensington story. This is in Philadelphia. Do I got any friends from Philly? Do I got any friends on my friend list from Philly? No? All right. I was waiting on somebody to say something.
I first met her, which was like the end of August, beginning of September. But my name is Richard, I'm 30. And what got me out here is I was on my way to work and I run into a nice, pretty girl out here. How we linked up is I was walking, I don't need to go into full details with that, but I was
I uh I gotta be to work at 6 o'clock. I don't be seeing no women outside doing nothing going at 6 o'clock in the morning. I saw somebody today sitting up under a light reading a book. A young lady. She was young. She was pretty too. I looked at her. I'm just like, how are you even out here? Like when the woman is on the street, bro. That to me that signifies that she really fucked up. Because excuse me, when I see a woman out there, I try to give her some money. I try to help. But lately, man, it's just been a lot of that, and I just don't have the resources to put together. It's really sad to see. So I kind of understand where you come from because you feel for him, but he a type of dude like he got an underlying goal. Like I'm gonna help you so I can get some sex, so I can hit, and then the lie just continued to perpetuate.
pretty much I was walking, seeing her. I was like, damn, you too pretty, guy. What you doing out here, ma? And then she started talking to me. We had a conversation, had a spark. I mean, like I don't use, but turns out that, she did her little choosing of her drug and we
What
just was
happened to
talking
his
and stuff like
hand?
that. Went on a date with her and from there I just ended up liking her a lot. So it grew from there. And I started coming out here every day, as I'm going to work, checking on her before I go to work and after I get off in the morning. So what else?
Yeah, so you checking on her and now you're out here. What's your situation right now?
All right, because I stayed out here with her for a few days, just to make sure she good, because they rob out here, rob the female, leech other females and stuff, steal from them. A lot of stuff that goes on out here that I noticed, and I'm like, damn, this is a new world. It's a different world out here. Seriously, it's
A
different.
few days.
And I just wanted to be like a security, like her protector out here. So I stayed out here a few days. I had a spot to stay with my uncle up north, but I was gone for like 5 days. So my uncle ended up saying, you know what? You had somewhere to go pretty much the second third. He don't like her. She was able to come on my spot a few times. I'm paying my uncle rent. He decided that he didn't want her to come over anymore. So then I started coming out here. After
What
a
are them
while,
threes?
I ended up becoming homeless. So now I just stay from time to time at my brother's house, or I'm out
I
here.
missed that.
But I
I
do
missed
not use
that because I was
the
looking
third. He
at
don't
you.
like her. She was able to come on my spot a few times. I'm paying my uncle rent. He decided that he didn't want her to come over anymore. So then I started coming out here. After a while, I ended up becoming homeless. So now I just stay from time to time at my brother's house, or I'm out here. But I do not use drugs.
Yo,
I
he
mean,
skipped a lot, bro. Like he
it
skipped a
smell
lot.
good.
He skipped a lot. You don't just spend time in a place and then ultimately become homeless. Like there was some stuff that he missed. Like there had to be some kind of altercation or something. I don't want to get deep into this man's story, man. I'm at work.
It looks good, but
I'm at
I
work.
never
Like I
would do
didn't
it.
fall
Mine
for the
over
shit that
matter.
he fell for. I'm at
But
work.
what else you wanted to know?
So, even though you don't use drugs, does you get tempted?
Does you
Being
get
that
tempted? Hey,
the
does you
other
get
half
tempted to
do,
use some
does it make
drugs?
you tempted to try it?
Yeah, I get curious sometimes. I ask her, about it, but she won't allow it though. Know what I'm saying? She don't. And sometimes I look at it like it's a joke. That's what she do hate about. She's like, no, this is serious, and because of her past
Where's my
situation, she
motherfucking
didn't want me to go down the same path. I ain't gonna lie, I did ask her a couple times. Like, but
I ain't gonna hold you. I wanted to try the
Well, how do
drugs,
y'all
but
support
but
her habit?
yo, I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to try the drugs. I wanted to try it with her. You know what I'm saying? So she wouldn't be out here looking crazy like she looking right now. You know what I mean? I wanted to use, but she wasn't allowing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Look at her, man. Look at her. She'll take me down. Look at her, man. Yo, she'll beat me up, bro. Look at her. Look at her, man. She'll whoop my ass, bro. I can't use, man. I be seeing her over there. I be seeing her over there with her. I did it wrong. I don't even know how to do this shit.
honestly, I work, so I'll give her some money. Ooh,
It ain't no way you fucking work,
for
bro.
she hustle for hers. You know what I'm saying?
How does that make you feel?
That's her.
Does that bother you at all?
Honestly, since how I met her, it don't bother me because that's how she was living before I actually met her. So I had to accept that in order to deal with her. See what I'm saying? Now, am I trying to prevent that, change that? Yes, I am. I'm currently, like I said, I'm working overnight. But once taxes hit, that's what I'm relying on right now because my job don't pay me much. I'm on
Oh my
child support.
god,
I don't want to
bro.
go into full details. I can really talk. But
Oh
Does
my
that make you
god, bro. Come the fuck on. You're kidding me. Yo, I work at night. Take care of her during the day. I work at night. She sell coochie during the day. I'm trying to break her out of it. I'm gonna do it when my taxes come. Like I've heard this story so many fucking times on the street, Vic.
nervous sometime when she go to make her hustle, whether she gonna come back safe or not?
or not? Yes, it does. Very nervous. Like I just be, I'm waiting there. See what I'm saying? I wait the whole entire time, whether it's an hour, half an hour, 10 minutes. I'm just there. You know what I'm saying? I'm stepping right.
Imagine standing up for your girl who can't stand up. No, hear me out. Imagine standing up for your girl who can't stand up because she got a fentanyl lean. Imagine standing up for your girl who's selling her body and you're just waiting outside while they just running through her. Imagine this is the love that finds you. I pray that this kind of love never ever finds me, bro. I got peace in my life, bro. I got peace. Nothing is gonna disturb my peace. Not no fentanyl having Jordan wearing broken ass pussy selling leaning bitch. It's finna determine my level of peace. Look at him. He works, bro. He works. He has a job at night. He's trying to take care of her, but she's spending her money on mop water. That's meth. Dog food. That's meth. That's whatever the fuck she's taking. That 3 minutes in, bro. This story can't
I'm
get
right
any worse,
behind her every
bro.
step of the way.
So I heard you say when you get your taxes. So what is your plan when you get your taxes to
This shit
get you out of here?
embarrassing, man.
Basically, it's going to be a start. It's a little process, but at least I'll be able to restore my license, go to school for my CDL, so I can make enough money, whereas child support's not affecting me. I can be able
You
to
gave you a
provide
baby.
a spot for, myself. You know what I'm saying? Being as though I'm 30 years old, I got a spot somewhere safe for her to be at warm and get her back into the hospital to go through her detox process again, recovery.
So do you really love her?
Honestly, I do. I ain't gonna.
I, I ain't even got nothing funny to say no more. The shit ain't even funny no more. The shit ain't funny no more. It's fucking sad.
Lie. I can call it what y'all want. I do though. She's really different though, especially when you catch her sober. She's a different person. She has a decent personality, beautiful smile. She's very bright. And
Oh,
remind you, she got me by 4 years, so just some things she could teach me. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things I can teach her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So you had
I, I gotta stop every 5 seconds because this shit is just so unfucking believable. I didn't make it this far. into this video. I didn't. I didn't. I was watching it and I was just so embarrassed for my people. I was so disappointed for my people, for my brothers. I try to give a, I try to have a group on Facebook. I try to have my group on Facebook, the Matt Show, where man, if you need to say something, say it, bro. Ain't nobody finna hold you against nothing, hold nothing against you or whatever, man. If you need to share some stories that bother you, bro, save it, bro. If you got something to post, you could post it anonymously. If you're going through struggles where you can't find love, bro, don't force it. This is forcing it, okay? This is forcing it. This is forced love. Like, I don't think he loves her. I, he might. I, I'm not a genius. I'm not a
Same thing to the
psychologist.
world. What would you say about not judging somebody who have addiction?
And seriously,
Look, man, I tried to turn a hoe into a housewife, and it worked for a little bit. She was still a hoe, though. She was just hoeing in my house. I like hoes. You get what I'm saying? So I accept the responsibility for who I marry. You get what I'm saying? She's probably still a hoe to this day. But at the end of the day, you're not changing who a person is. Inherently, she got you about 4 years. You're 30 years old. This is her normal thing. She spends 10 minutes, 30 minutes, up to an hour getting her back beat in so she could do this for half of the day and go back out and do it again, bro. That's like, you ever heard of what's that little white girl that went in there and then Goldilocks and Three Bears? Heard that little story, man? That's like, I came in here to change these bears because they're eating porridge. They have a house. They should be in the woods. I came to take the house. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it, I don't know. That's probably a bad
I don't
analogy, but
judge. If that
whatever.
was the case, I wouldn't be out
You
here.
get
And
it,
I
right?
hate it. My hand is this way for a reason. I broke my 2 fingers because the simple fact my uncle is judgmental. You know what I'm saying? And I understand. I have the respect that he don't want them in his home, but I don't. I think that I think everyone should. It should be a free, judge-free zone. I don't like the fact that people are judging other people. You don't know what they're going through, what they went through for them to get them to that point to where they started using. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm an alcoholic. Put it that way. I like to drink a lot. My family judged me a lot over that. I did a lot of that. Locked up over it. Almost lost my life. See what I'm saying? I got into a lot of drama over that, but I don't like the fact people judge. I would just tell people, like, honestly, mind your business. For real, because if you was in that situation, how would you feel? You was in a position, and on top of that, you can have everything today, but you can lose it tomorrow.
Correct.
Nothing's promised.
So
I used to. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I use mood stabilizers. You hit this thing a couple of times, I call it my happy pen. I slept for maybe an hour and 48 minutes last night. Maybe. Fine. I'm fine. I don't get no alcohol. I worked with somebody that did that, man. Woke up, drank, headshot, drank, sit back, drank, pass out, drank, wake up, faded, drank. I used to work with somebody like that. And different jobs, different locations too. That shit is, man, it's a real deal thing, man. Be careful out there with your addictions. I'm addicted to sex too. I just ain't had no sex since the summer. What's the day? December? Yeah. I ain't had no sex since the summer. I'm still addicted to it. Sometimes you can choose to forego getting that bottle of alcohol. I could have not got this pen. You get what I'm saying? Everything is a choice. Every day you wake up and you make a choice. If you choose to sell your body for drugs, and so you can lean on a highly populated corner in some Jordan threes, they might not even be Jordan threes. I'm not into shoes no more. I'm of a certain age. I'm not. That shit don't even. That shit right there don't even. That don't excite me no more. You know what excites me? If you're adding value to my life, money, motherfucking purpose, my goals, my dreams. That shit excites me.
how would you go about it if your income tax come through and your other half ain't willing to go through with the rehab process? Would you stay out here?
Only the Lord with this will love you.
1 second. Y'all see us
God
doing?
bless you, sir. This will love you, sir. Family. God bless you. Thank you.
Hate it when no kind of people come around handing you. Is there another one
See what
right
I'm
You
there?
take it
out
from the
here?
top, right?
Is there another one right
So
there? Is
how
he
would you
leaving
go
too?
about it once you get your rehab? I mean, once you get your income tax money, and your other half decide that she don't want to do the rehab? Would you stay out here, or would you continue to go on about your life?
Honestly, as many times I thought about giving up, just saying forget it all, I'm still here though. and she really appreciates that, especially when it's a time of need. Like she tell me all the time, like I really love you, I appreciate it, and it's hard to let her go though. You know what I'm
Give me the
saying?
bell rung.
I
So
really
it's
love
like,
her, so I'm gonna stay by her side.
So it's getting cold out here though. So in the meantime, are y'all seeking shelter?
Honestly, yes, I have a lot of resources in my bag. I just got yesterday, so I'm gonna actually look into. I actually called the outreach, and they got back to me. But it's a process with it all. So I'm actually looking into either a rehab, be intake and all that, or inpatient, or going into a shelter and continue working, doing like I said, doing what I'm doing.
If you don't mind me asking you, brother, what kind of work does you do?
Currently, it ain't much, but I'm stocking overnight. So at a supermarket.
what's up, Jim? No, I ain't did none of them. Yeah, I got you. Remember that dude we were talking about yesterday? But yeah, yeah, you ain't on camera. Remember that dude we were talking about yesterday? I never watched the whole video, so I'm finding out now that he got a job. He starts shows. He's 33. He starts shows overnight, and he take his check and give it to her. Do drugs. I hope that kind of love never finds me, Jim. I'd rather be in love with a porcupine trying to figure it out. Come on, baby, just all right. You go ahead. Let him play because I'm working now.
Well,
Break
it's
is
still a
over with.
blessing that you work
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
because
sir.
oatmeal is
Oh
better
yeah,
than
yeah.
no meal. And if man don't work,
Yeah, no, you
man don't
okay.
eat.
Right,
You know.
right.
So I like to commend you on what you're doing.
Thank you.
You know, because it's a struggle, and a lot of brothers decide to give up out here. And what you doing, you still working. So I take my hat off to that.
Thanks. Appreciate that. I mean, yeah, I've seen a lot of people robbing people out here. I've seen people, it gets physical out here. But as far as me personally, nothing happened to me. even though I am handicapped in a way, but nothing really happened. No, and everybody respects me out here. You know what I'm saying? Respect the things, what I do for
Everybody
her and what I do
respect
for
me, you
others
know what I'm
out here.
saying? What I do for
So,
others.
and I
Hey, yo, you
watch over
fighting for that
everybody that
junkie?
I like, people that's
Yo,
genuine, because
yo,
they are different. They
you
actually
protecting that
talk
junkie,
to these
bro?
people, have a one-on-one conversation instead of judging them because y'all see them like this. Actually talk to them.
I pass, bro. I don't need short and drama in my life. Talk about it. Just sit down and
Is this
talk to
your
her. She got
first
a good
relationship
personality.
with you was with somebody in this current situation?
Yes, it is.
So by experience, do you find this current situation harder to actually be in a relationship?
Honestly, no. The only thing hard to do is get her to keep going, keep trying, go harder. You know what I'm saying? Not give up, not to feel like she want to give up, and to stop doing what she's doing. That's the only thing. But honestly, I think it's a lot easier because I had women that had their own. I had women that had everything that they, you know what I mean? But those seem like they more to fail than this situation because I'd rather build with someone who don't have it, have nothing, little to nothing, and build with me than someone who already have it and it easy to let me go and pick up another guy. You know what I'm saying? That's from my experiences. But
Well,
Fellas, if you don't have a dad or you didn't have a strong male figure coming up in your life, I'm gonna help you to some game, okay? Your life is about you. Let me repeat that. Your life is about you. Figure out a system to put in place that capitalizes on your talents and feeds your goals, that sustains your intellect to help capitalize off the things that you learn. You're supposed to already have things in place to help you gain an edge in life. Everybody should have an edge. I got an edge. You get what I'm saying? I learn very quickly. I get bored very easily. So that's the formula for constant elevation, constant education, constant learning. I'm always elevated, trying to do something new. I'm done. 10 years in this welder shit, I'm done. I'm going to go to heavy machine operator because I want to do something physical, right? Before AI takes it over. Never follow somebody else's purpose. bro, I'm just gonna get on board with what she got. As a man, bro, you got to be on board with your purpose and your goal.
Sometimes in your
It don't make
mind,
sense.
do you ever question yourself, like if she was to get clean, would y'all still be together?
Yes, I do. And another thing, I mention that to her all the time. And she always yell at me and tell me, you don't know, you don't. She really love me. I can tell, and she tell me all the time. But it's kind of hard, though, on both ends, for both of us.
You said y'all had good conversations. Before her addiction, what kind of skills does she have?
Well, she told me that she did work for an agency, I believe a tip agency, and she was behind, I guess, receptionist. But other than that, we didn't really get too much into conversations. We got more so into like our personal lifestyle than just as far as our occupation. But I mean, she said her mom works for the city, so that's one thing I do know. Her dad also. I met her father. He's a decent guy.
Well, where do y'all sleep at when it's real cold?
Honestly, when I was out here for the 5 days with her, this very spot we at now. Being honest, with blankets over, had a tent, ended up selling everything or giving it away to the other ones because I went indoors, took her indoors with me. But
Have y'all ran into any problems at night? Because I know it's dangerous out here at night.
yeah, I had to step to a couple people, you know what I'm saying? And I had them, fall back because there was a couple situations that happened out here. I mean, as far as them trying to steal and everything when she sleep, remind you, I'm not into a deep sleep because I don't get hot. So I wake up, I see somebody in front trying to reach whatever. I ain't gonna get the details, but I definitely had to check the situation.
And how often do she have to, get well during the day?
Man, being honest, constant. And it wasn't like that when I first met her, which was like the end of August, beginning of September. Ooh. But
What happened? What the fuck
definitely
happened? I'm
it is
working, bro.
constant.
Hold on.
Constant. And it wasn't like that when I first met her, which was like the end of August, beginning of September.
There she go. There she go.
But
There she go. There she go.
definitely it is constant. It grew to that. She have a high tolerance now.
Yeah, man. You just got a hot topic. Let me go over here.
Yeah.
There.
But
You go ahead.
she good.
Yeah.
So
She good.
I know you said you go
She
to
good.
work.
Why was
So
you
is
standing
it
up
safe
anyway?
to say
Put your
the
ass down.
majority of what you making have to go to her use at times?
You know what? Being honest, because my mom might see this, and I'm in debt with her. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, majority, I would say. But I always find a way to hustle, make money in a way. You know what I'm saying? So
But you're not
That's a
seeing,
European.
the profit of your labor. Does that make you want to give up on working
That's
at
a
times?
Caucasian.
I mean, honestly, I blame it on child support.
I blame a lot of shit on child support, dude. On child support too, dude. I pay roughly 870 bi-weekly, so 435 every week. But I'm not stocking shelves at night. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably doing something more lucrative than stocking. I don't want to judge because how you make your money, right, is your way of life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not nobody important. I just caught a wave, bro. I just caught a wave. I'm nobody important, right? And so I don't judge on how people make their money, but this is not a hard skill. I take two pieces of metal, I put them together, press a button, it looks fantastic. I get paid for the shit, and every day I get better and better, right? So if you just take some time to make the capital investment, and oh shit, I broke this one. You take the time to make the capital investment in yourself, then you can elevate. My boy, I hate seeing people my age, his age in the 30s, settling for less than what they need than what they deserve. I hate that because I was always taught that deep inside you as a black man, as a man, period. You have the ability to create your reality. You really have the ability to shape and mold your your environment and make it work for you To me, that's a sign of true manhood. True genius is when your environment doesn't work against you. Everything produces value. That light bulb in the corner produces value for me. That computer over there, it produces value for me. That baby over there, even though she gets on my fucking nerves, she adds so much value to peace. You get what I'm saying? She's well fed, she's well behaved, and she goes along with what I have to say. Respects my daughter, my son. You get what I'm saying? You're my son's incredibly talented. We come up with designs. He builds my thumbnails. He edits my videos. Like you have to bring in that system that works for you. That man was fine on his own, and then he fucked around and got robbed. Now he got more shit to do. Now you're not a sidekick. You're a liability. So don't come into somebody's life if you don't have nothing to add. That's why I be telling my children, oh, before you get into a romantic relationship, focus on what you can produce from yourself, from your person, to make some money, bro. Build a future for yourself. Because the only person that's going to take care of the future you is the you that's in the present at the moment. Take the information you got, save it, be able to regurgitate it when it's time, organize it, rinse and reuse. Reduce something that you start. Tell my son this all the time. All the time. And I love my son. I hope he succeeds.
Because they taking, I'll say maybe 30 or 40% of my check. See what I'm saying? That's how I look at it, if not half. But that's how I look at it. Because I'm not really making too much right now anyway, at like $17 an hour. But I only did this just to get by. You know what I'm saying?
I'd
So
be
that's
sick
that's
at
all it is. It's
$17 an
temporarily.
hour, bro. I'd be sick.
Well, I have some resources. It's a temp agency called First Step Staffing,
I heard about them. I used to work
and
for them.
they across Broad and Thompson between Gerard, and they pays $19 to $22 an hour, and they want to give you 5 days work, and they also help with.
If anybody, if okay, so if you've ever worked for a temp agency, sure, they'll give you that temporary boost in hourly wage, but they also charge the employer that money too. So it's just like you're not really getting that $19 an hour. You're still getting like $17 an hour because they have to get their commission for finding you as an employee. Like the girl that he's with is a staffing agent, right? Or that's what her profession is by trade. I don't even know if that's even considered a trade. But she should have told him that. And he should know that. At 30 years old, I knew that. That temp service market shit, that's a racket, bro. That's a rigged, bro. You might not even get your W-2, pimp. I'm just
Housing.
being real
Would
with
that be
you.
something
Your
you
tax
interested
return is
in?
gonna be
I
like
didn't know about that part, but I used to work for them,
$400.
and yeah, I am. I'm
Okay.
always open.
So within this next week, I get some resources, and I will, bring you the contact information. So maybe you could go get with them, and maybe they can help y'all to get out off these streets.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you, brother. And what advice will you give to anyone who find himself in the same situation as you?
We won't. We won't. We
It's
won't. We won't. We won't. I don't even want to hear your advice, homeboy. I really don't. I really don't. We don't want to hear your advice, homeboy. The moral of the story is take care of you first. The moral of the story is take care of fucking you first. You come first. Don't go out here, waste your talent, waste your resources, waste your life, put yourself in danger for other people who aren't going to pour into you. That's what the moral of this story is, bro. That shit is incredibly, incredibly sad. Incredibly sad. I hope that kind of love never, ever in life. Period. All I'm saying is in Matthew 25, 24, 14 through 30, that's the parable of the talents. This man already had trajectory. He had his job going, he had a place to lay his head, and he gave all that up to follow someone else. You get what I'm saying? So his talents and skills was taken away from him, and you see that. I don't want us to be out here losing. I don't want none of my brothers out here losing. I don't want none of my family out here losing, none of my friends, none of the people that I rock with, none of that. I'm just saying what I have to say, just putting it out there I'm not a content creator. I work feverishly. You know what I'm saying? So I don't end up in situations like that. So I have a backup plan. That's the only reason I'm speaking on what I'm speaking. Don't look at me as like I'm judgmental or I'm holier than thou or I'm greater than somebody. I'm not. I'm just, this is the internet. I'm just doing on the internet, just giving my little little opinion or whatever. And I'm a welder, so I got a little bit of free time. I got shit going on right now, so I can speak on it. But that's all I really had to say about it. And fellas, man, let 2026 be the year that you find your purpose. If something ain't going right in your life, restructure, reframe, try to get into your groove, man. Find your little whatever. Find your little niche and get in there and work that shit, bro. Run that shit up, run that bag up, okay? We can't be out here looking like this, bro. We can't be out here looking like that, bro. We all kings on the inside. I'll holler at you later.
They tryna stop my shine, but it ain't no interference.